Alright guys, hello, how are you? Let's do some math. I want to go over some of these problems from the Desmos activity. There was a few questions. One problem is just wrong. There's a mistake, which I believe is number 9 or 5. But we're going to do two problems on here. So I think this is number 9 and 5 from Desmos. Make sure you complete Desmos. That is an assignment that's graded before the test, and that's just going to help you prepare for the test. And as you're working on these problems, if you have questions, send me a message in Teams. I don't mind creating a video, or you could come in or just call me on Teams or something. But the main thing is you're just preparing, you're studying. So, all right, yes, we can study for geometry. All right, cool. Let's go to the problem. All right, this is 5 or 9. I think it's 5. So here, let's see. It says in the figure shown, measure of angle 2 and the measure of angle 6. Notice those are corresponding angles. That's this angle and this angle. Those measurements are the same. They gave me information, so you're going to set them equal to each other. So I'm going to say 2x minus 6 equals 5x plus 9. And I'm just going to solve for x. This is just solving an equation, so I'm going to subtract 2x on both sides, subtract 2x. That's gone. And I'm going to write it over here. So I'm going to have negative 6 equals, sorry about the flashing, 3x plus 9. And then when I get here, let's see. What I would do is subtract 9 on both sides. So then you're going to have negative 15, sad 15, equals 3x. Divide by 3. That's gone. X equals negative 5. So x is equal to negative 5. Well, that's not what we're looking for. So what we're looking for is the measure of angle 8. So the way you would find that, I need to find the measure of angle 6 or 2 because I have an expression for it. Then I'm going to subtract that from 180. But here's the problem. If I plug negative 5 in for x, either one of them, let's do this one. 5 times negative 5 plus 9. Well, that's going to be negative 25 plus 9. And if I do negative 25 plus 9, it's a negative number. I think that's negative, what's that, negative 16? Well, guess what? It's a negative value. You can't have a negative angle. So that's a mistake. So for this one, if you put in x equals negative 5, I'm fine with that. I noticed some students had different numbers, but again, it was just a mistake as far as plugging it in because it didn't work. So let's do the next one. This one I want to go over because it's a little different than something that we did in class a little bit. It says write an equation for a line that's perpendicular to the line that's in the graph. Write an equation for a line that's perpendicular. So essentially I'm going to use, I need to find the slope of this line so I can find my new slope. So let's use the slope. So I'm going to use m equals, I'm subtracting the x values, y2 minus y1, over subtracting the y values over subtracting x values. All right, and this flashing is aggravating me. All right, anyway, so I'm going to take, I got, this is x and this is y. This is x and y. It doesn't matter the order. I'm basically just subtracting the x value. So I'm going to start here. So I'm going to go 3 minus, that was this y value. This y value over here is 1. Over my x value of 1 minus negative 6. 1 minus negative 6. Well, 3 minus 1 is 2. 1 minus a negative, that's plus. You see minus a negative, so that's going to be 1 plus 6, which is 7. Well, this is the slope of this line, but I need one that's perpendicular. So my new perpendicular slope would be m equals, flip it, make it negative, so that's going to be negative 7 over 2. Now, to write an equation, you need slope, and I need a point on the line. I could choose any one of these points. You honestly don't even have to choose these. You could pick any point on that line because it just says write an equation for a line that is perpendicular to this line. So I am going to use 1, 3, but just know this is not the only answer. You could have chose another x and y combination on the line to write the equation. So I'm going to do y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1, point slope. Let's see, do the math. So it's going to be y minus 3 equals, my m is negative 7 over 2 times x minus, my x1 is 1. That is your equation in point slope form. So that's an equation there. You could stop there, but we're not, because I want to put it in both forms. So I'm going to take this and solve for y. So I'm going to distribute. This is going to be fun because we got a fraction. So I got y minus 3 equals negative 7 over 2 x plus 7 over 2. Now we're almost there. I need to solve for y, so I'm going to add 3 on both sides. So I'm going to have y equals negative 7 over 2 x. I really need to get this fixed. Plus, and now I got to add 7 over 2 plus, I'm going to put that as 3 over 1. My least common denominator is 2. You could put this in your calculator. I'd be fine with that. So I'm going to multiply this by 2 over 2 because I want the same denominator. So I got 7 over 2 plus 6 over 2. And add those. That's going to be 13 over 2. So that's your equation. You also could write this as 6.5. So it will be negative 7 over 2x plus, and that's your equation. So either one of these are okay, or this one as well. So this one over here is in point slope. This one is in slope intercept form. Hopefully this helps. Study. Go through the Desmos, go through your practice tests, and review. See ya. Prepare.